It's been some times that I actually recorded or came on live video to say anything, but I actually think it's important to say something today, being the International Women's Day. Um, Whenever is International Women's Day, we have a lot of people coming on social media, on traditional media, even running different types of events to celebrate the fact that uh, we have women and there is a need to recognize and give women equal representation, equal rights in everything around the world. Um, it's a wonderful thing to do. A lot of people categorize those who campaign for the equality, quote unquote, of men, of women and men as feminist, people who advocate for giving women more opportunity to thrive as women activists and feminists. The question I want to ask today, I'm in a very, very reflective mood. I'm just wondering, um, this year, the International Women's Day theme, as it is usually for every year, is accelerating action to emphasize the importance of taking swift and quick action to ensure the equality or to ensure equity in the world where women have the same rights as men. And that question have just been going around my mind since the beginning of today, since this morning. That when we talk about equality, when we celebrate women, what are we really celebrating? When we talk about equality, equity, women empowerment, um, uh, discrimination against women, what are we really talking about? Are we talking about the value that women possess, or are we just um, following the bandwagon, wanting to be politically correct, to be seen as people who advocate for women? And what are the women actually thinking about themselves? What are we saying about ourselves? How do we see ourselves? Um, a lot of time these days, when people talk about equality, you see um, girls, young women, um, sometimes even children, people that I would call children, babies that you would expect that are still supposed to be guided as to what they do. You find them on social media, especially talking, sometimes not talking, just expressing what they think is women liberation. And it just, I just wonder, what do we really understand by the word women? Who are we? What are we supposed to be to the society? How are we meant to impact on people around us and impact on the society that we live in? And one thing that I'm very sure of is that when we are talking about equality, it shouldn't be about devaluing the concept of womanhood. When we talk about representation, it shouldn't be about turning ourselves into objects rather than the human that we have with great values to the world. when we talk about inclusiveness, having women, it shouldn't be about women turning themselves into, um I don't know what to call it, into a showpiece. I know what I'm saying might not be so popular, especially amongst people who like to talk about, um the woman should be free to do whatever they like. You should be free to express yourself anyhow you like, because that's what's common. That's what you find on social media these days. Everybody just wants to come. They want to, you know, it, it, there is no, there's barely any attention or credence given um, to values, to that dignity that comes with being a woman. It looks like when you talk about dignity these days, it looks like you are oppressing women. When you talk about, um, being cautious, it's like you are telling people to become prisoners. All those words seems not to have any positive meanings that they used to have before, because everybody sees using those positive words as discriminating, criticizing women. But all I just want to say, which is the purpose of my, you know, coming, doing this recording today, and wanting to share this message with whoever, you know, wants to listen. I mean, if you have a comment, you have a different opinion, definitely you're entitled to it. But all I just want to say that is that, as women, or as people who celebrate women, regardless of who we are, whether we are their mothers, fathers, uncles, brothers, aunties, whatever relationship you have with a woman, and you want to celebrate them on this International Women's Day, and you want to talk about the need for women to be free, the need for women to have dignity, the need for women to be equally represented, the need for women to be treated the same way as the other sex. I need us to all remember that a woman is a dignified being, and we don't have to devalue the woman to make her equal in the society. The woman, we don't have to devalue ourselves for us to be equal in the society. I understand the concepts of freedom. I understand the concept of being yourself, of having the right to live your life, of having the right to do whatever you want to do. But always remember, we all have to remember that we don't live in isolation. Whatever we do today would have an impact on the society we all will live in. So, human rights, equality, representation, all are very fantastic words. And so are all those positive values, the value of dignity, the value of being, um, of respecting your body, of respecting yourself, the value of knowing that, yes, you've got your rights, you can do whatever you like with your body, with your person. You can come on social media and do whatever you like, because there is freedom of speech and freedom of expression. But you must also know that everything we do impacts the society around us. And if we want women to be valued, then we need to value them in a way that would dignify them. And if you as a woman wants to be valued, then you need to value yourself by dignifying yourself. Your right, your freedom should not turn you into an object for entertainment. I mean, I wouldn't say more than that today. It's the International Women's Day. I wish every woman a wonderful, wonderful life ahead. But for you as a woman, for me as a woman, I want to be able to look at myself at every point and be proud of who I am, what I've achieved, what I'm going to achieve, and what other people can learn from me. So don't be an object, all in the name of getting equality. International Women's Day is about, this year is about thriving, striving, doing everything we can to ensure that women get equal rights in good things. It shouldn't be about making sure that women become objects for entertainment. I think that's where I'm going to stop today. Um, Really, I want to I have been really disturbed about the level, extent, and the things that I find on social media these days. There seem to be a lack, an absolute disregard for dignity, an absolute disregard for the value of womanhood. And that's, for me, is more important to reflect on this International Women's Day. Because if we don't value ourselves as women and we don't dignify ourselves as women, we can shout about equality from today till tomorrow, till the next, till that kingdom come, like they would say. But really, we won't get anywhere because values are what makes the society great. And when we lose the value of womanhood, then I'm sorry, we've lost more than we can even imagine. Please, let's reflect. Thank you for listening.